Okay, I'm going to be that guy and say yes, a lot of quests in this game are bad. I don't know what happened with the quests. A lot of the quest in this game is just solving head-itching puzzles and moving from point A to point B. Talk to this random NPC you probably won't see again, fight a mob or two, then mission complete. I find myself to be skipping the story a lot more often as I progressed further into the game. The dialogue options that you can choose from during a cutscene don't matter, as they don't affect the outcome because Paimon would just insert her opinion immediately after you and make the situation sound more dramatic than it needs to be. I'm actually surprised that Traveler is still sane after doing so much work and putting their life on the line for these people while suffering from a slight depression for not finding their sibling. I won't lie, I was hooked at the beginning. The game starts with both travelers being separated from each other and being thrown into an unknown dimension while losing more than half of their power. It wasn't a bad start, but once you're in Mondstadt, I was pretty hooked. In fact, I was way more interested in this game's story when we were in Mondstadt. It could be just me, but I found the characters and quests to be much more enjoyable than in Liyue and Inazuma. Design-wise, Liyue looks fantastic. I really like the expanded lore on the Archons and how Zhongli feels that the mortals of the world can take an extra step without Rex Lapis. But it's sad to realize that the main story is probably never going to set back into Mondstadt, since there really isn't a reason to go back there. The problem with Liyue's story is most quests are just about useless info dump. The one thing I found interesting are more insights on the Fetui and the Harbingers. Inazuma is so boring that I've had a hard time resisting skipping the dialogue. Inazuma had a really rot start. I wasn't really interested in it until midway through. The first half of Inazuma is what felt mediocre. Now, I'm not saying every quest has to have an absurd amount of action, but the amount of relevancy that these quests play in the story is close to non-existent. I understand that they have to keep the story going so they can release more characters and add more content to the game, but I think they can do better than that. And let me set the record, if you like the story, that's good. I'm not trying to convince anyone that the story is bad or they shouldn't be reading it. I just wanted to share my own experience with it.